G'day and welcome back to Dark Solid Gaming and Farming Simulator 22 with Elm Creek. We are continuing on with our series here in Farming Simulator 22 on the American map named Elm Creek. Okay, where are we at? So we've skipped ahead a couple of days because there wasn't much going on. We just waiting for crops to be ready for harvest, blah, 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 blah. And we're now at November 1st. We are also transitioning out to, I think, a 3-day season cycle. I had it as a 2-day season cycle for some stupid reason. I think it was when I was talking about it. I changed it, but didn't actually change it back. So I was going to originally play a 3 or 4-day season. Anyway, so we've changed that back. A couple of things we need to do before we actually go in and get sorted out with the harvest. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. I know we've spoken a lot about the farm itself, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle flight mode here. I'm going to enable. Right. So during the time since we've last spoken and last recorded, there's been a few mods come out, and one of them is the effectively the place anywhere mod. And what that means we've been able to do is we have finally been able to rearrange our sheds and put them in the way we wanted to. So that's what we've done. We've changed the farm just a little bit. So that shed over there and all this over here was existing, although I did move the workshop. We've put this shed, we took down the sheds that were here before and rebuilt them and lined them up so it's there nice and basically look like one shed. And then we removed the sheds that were over here and we replaced it with this two sheds, and we've just linked them together. And so what we have now is we have our one big shed through here. Okay. So that's what we've done. Now, what else we did was we decided that we needed sort of another access because there's no real reason why we needed it. I just figured another access up to the farm was fine. So we got this longer and more gentle curve through here. But we've also got an access down through here now because this was just basically wasted land when I put the sheds in. So I figured I'd put another arterial road or path down this way. So that's what we've got. So now if we swing back and look at that, that's the view we've got going up into the farm. I'll come down a little bit lower. There we go. So that's the access. We've got two routes up through there. So we've also got room for traffic, like in case we've got trucks coming through here and offloading, we can still get up into the farm without any problems. All right, so that's what we're doing there. Now, with this, unfortunately, with this mod and the fly mode, you drop back down to there. So I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the mod off and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. Like I said, with the that mod that's available, which I should have a mod review out shortly. Unfortunately, when you turn off the flight mode, you go, certainly for my save game, I go down below the land. So I've got to restart the actual game to reset that. Anyway, all right. So let's get in and see what we're going to do now today. Now, as I said, we were waiting for some crops to come in for harvest. And as we can see over here, I have some crops ready to harvest. So what have we got? We've got some corn. We've got one little bit of corn over there. We've got sunflowers. We've got soybeans. We've got a whole raft of stuff over here to harvest. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the harvester. I'm going to grab both headers, bring them over, and we're going to do some harvesting. So let's get in and get it done, shall we? Right, so here's our combine. We're going to jump back out there. Open up the door. All right, let's get cracking. Love the sounds. So you get that echoey sound because in the shed. There you go. Now, a lot of people have been complaining. They reckon that the echo on that just is very quick to shut off. And certainly, I haven't actually experienced that too much. I think it actually fades relatively well, especially coming in out of sheds. So I'm not sure about that myself, but for the moment, we're okay. Right, so we're going to connect the draper header. And we're going to go grab our corn header, and we're going to head on over and get prep ready for our harvest. Now, I have got a whole pile of extra mods here now. Some from Stevie, some from the Mod Hub, a couple from Mod Hoster, and one of the ones we've got is up the top left-hand side of the screen. So it's our vehicle inspector mod, which is great. So we're back to being able to see what all of our vehicles are doing when we've got hired hands. We can see who's doing what, where, and when. So that is fantastic. So I'm very happy to have that one back. There's a few other mods that are coming out very quickly. I've got some mods there by our good mate Rubber Burner. He put a case pack out, which includes a quad track, and I know there's been a announcement from Giants last 24 hours or so in relation to the quad track coming. That's all well and good, but some of our modders are very active, and there's a whole pile of stuff. You got the FS22 different mod sites, like the aggregated ones, that which I don't support. Anyway, so there's mods coming out, which is good. There's no maps as such as yet that I've seen, but just be careful when you're getting your mods. And if you want to be safe knowing where you get your mods from, there's two things I can say. If you want the mods that I used from Stevie, for instance, you can go to Stevie's Facebook page and get them from there. They're safe, okay? You're getting them direct from Stevie, and that's the safest way to get them. The other alternative is to go to our good mate Grizzly Bear Sims website, simplysafemods.com. That's simplysafemods.com, and you will find mods there, again, directly from the actual modder. Now, the bonus with that is you know that the mods you are getting are safe. Okay, that's the most important thing. So head on over there, check out simplysafemods.com. That's where you can get Rubber Burner's mods. I'm sure CCS 101 will have his maps there at some stage soon enough. So go and check that out. But the only mods that appear on simplysafemods.com are mods that are put there by the author. So go check that out. All right. Now, while we're speaking about the mods, I'm quickly just going to go in and show you. So, for instance, just as an example, there's the quad tracks. This one here is by Rubber Burner. So we have a quad track here. Excellent. So we have the 470 up through the 620, so 692 horsepower, which is excellent there. A couple of mods here that are by Stevie. Okay, so this is the sort of stuff that we've got here. One of the things that Stevie's just put out, and there'll be a mod review on this, is he's put out his sheds. The sheds that we've had for many, many moons. He's done them in the nice red Americana type theme, for the want of a better term, I guess. So yeah, so there's lots of mods coming out, and that's great to see. So and hopefully it won't be too long till we get a couple of decent maps as well. So in here, where are they? Have I got them here? Yes, these ones here. So the Terraflex. So I haven't updated to these ones yet, I don't believe. So, but what we've got here now, so this is Stevie's, for instance. So he's now got his Case, his Class, his Ideal, John Deere, New Holland drapers out. So instead of having multiple different ones, what he's done is applied the labels. So then you can come in here and you can actually apply the colours themselves as you see fit. Where's I guess the hardy red. No, I'm going to put that as a green, for instance. There we go. So you can have your Class header. If you wanted to, you could have your John Deere header. Not that I would do this, but you can set up your John Deere like so. And there you go. You've got your own John Deere header. Okay. That's wonderful. Anyway, I'll cover that more in mod reviews, but I'm just sort of pointing out that's what we've got available. So check out those sites and all that sort of stuff, and you'll be golden. Right now, whoops, I need to disconnect the draper. I don't really want to be having that follow me around while we're harvesting. Right, so let's get cracking with the harvest. I'm just going to do these manually because they're not big enough to worry about. My apologies, I just had to have a sneezing fit. Right, yeah, so the fields aren't big enough to worry about putting a hired hand on for the moment. I might do so when we're going to offload and stuff like that later on, but for the moment, I think we'll just do some manual work. Now, there is also the other mods out now. I don't remember the name now. Enhanced Vehicle Mod, and there's another one that provide some basic functionality in relation to GPS and stuff like that, and some other things. I haven't got it activated at the moment. I don't know why, because I did have that activated. But that's the thing. I mean, Mowgli and Wopster and Stevie and Rubber Burner and all them sort of guys, they're flat out bringing mods to us already, and that's fantastic. That's what we want, and that's what keeps this game alive. Even a new game like FS22 is going to be kept alive by the modders, even though it's only a brand new game and everyone's playing on the default Giants maps. 2 of them new, 1 of them refurbished from the previous version. It's the modders that keep us attached to the game. So I strongly encourage all our modders to keep up their good work, and just to say that we as a community appreciate your work. Okay. I would actually mention though too, and this is a bit controversial sometimes. Not so much for me, I don't give a crap really. But the modders that there are modders out there, particularly on Facebook, that will advertise their mod or showcase the mod they've done and say, nah, it's private. And that's all well and good, or they say, right, I'm not gonna release the mod until I get, I don't know, 500 donations or 5,000 likes or whatever else. And it's like, you know what, it's just a egotistical pissing contest, really. If you're going to make a mod and you got to keep it private, sure, showcase it, I guess, if you really want to. But just be aware, people are going to ask you for it, and don't get shitty when they do, and they constantly ask you, because if people are interested in the mod you've made, well, so be it. And if you aren't going to put it up on Mod Hub, where you can possibly get paid for it, and that may be for a couple of reasons. It may be that as a modder, you can't be asked dealing with giants and making sure that it's perfect and all that sort of stuff and error-free. Or it may just be that you have no interest in doing that. That's fine. Well, put up with it. Because once you publicise it on something like Facebook, people are going to come and ask for it. I mean, that's the reality. But all these guys that come out and they really promote them, and it's just like, you know what, it's waving the red flag to the bull. It's like, if you don't want to receive all the requests and people annoying you, asking about making it public and all that sort of stuff, then don't freaking publicise it. Just keep it to yourself. Be happy with what you've done. And then as for these ones that say, all right, here's my private mod, and I'm not going to make it available until I get so many Patreons or whatever else. There's been a few that I've seen doing that. You know what? Take your mod, stick it where the sun don't shine. Now, I get the flip argument that some people go out and buy models and so they'll buy a made model. They'll bring it into Giants and activate it and put the wheels and everything on it and the animations or triggers and all that sort of stuff. I get that. So there's a level of spends you've gone to, but I mean, that's fine, but do it another way. I mean, it just irks me, these idiots that sit there on Facebook and have to do that. Whereas you've got the opposite, where you've got the likes of, and I'm going to use Stevie as a prime example, who just pump out the mods and do the work because they enjoy doing it. They enjoy the satisfaction of seeing others enjoying it. They don't ask anything in return. Stevie has a PayPal, for instance. So if you wish to donate to help him along, then help him along. If you don't, well, he's okay. He's just happy that someone's enjoying the mods, and that's some of the difference between some of our modders. And it's like CCS 101, for instance, as well. He's done some fantastic maps. And does he ask payment for it? Ooh. Does he go out and put them out and then say, oh yeah, no, it's private, sorry, I'm just going to keep it. Look at all this, oh, I'm going to keep it. No, he puts it on Simply Safe Mods, and it's there for everyone to enjoy. And no, I guess CCS hasn't told me directly, but I guess part of the reason why CCS 101 does that is because, again, he enjoys the modding aspect. He does the modding because he wants to make a map that he can play as well, and he's happy enough to share it so other people can enjoy it the same way he does. I mean, that's perfect. It really is. Anyway, so I notice that people don't like that attitude about the private mods and all that sort of stuff, and you know what I say, just suck it up. Deal with it. If you advertise your mod that you've done, kudos to you. Yeah, you've done a good job. Great. But it gets to the point where we're just continually rubbing it in people's faces and just showing it and then keep on saying it's private. Well, you know what? Maybe you should just shut the hell up and just not put it out there. And then you get these, then you get the funny side of it where, now it's a bit different if you're doing a private test. Hang on a second. It's a bit different if you're doing a private test and someone leaks your mods. So say you've got a group of people you've got testing your mods, and you're keeping it private until such time as it's been tested and put out there. So it's similar to what Stevie does, or Stevie or any other mod maker does. Right? So for instance, I test Stevie's maps with a couple of other people that he trusts, and we have a closed testing session, and we give him access to it on the proviso we're not going to give it to anyone else, blah 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 blah. And then when it's ready, he then gives it to everyone. Right? So when someone has a mod and they're doing that, or even worse, if they're doing some testing with their mates before they actually send it to Giants, then for someone then to release it, you can understand then the mod are getting shitty. I get that, I really do, and that's just a pissant job by whoever's been testing. Like, they shouldn't be doing that. But it's the nature of humans, unfortunately. Some really shithead humans. But my exasperation is the fact that where was I going to go to with this? When it's been released, modders wham me and say, right, that's it, I'm not going to mod anymore, I'm pulling everything, blah 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 blah. Well, you know, it's unfortunate, and I understand the how you can get upset about it, but at the end of the day, you know what? It's because you've either chosen people that you shouldn't have chosen. Let's be frank. You've just opened the door up to idiots that you can't trust. I mean, if I was modding, there's a couple of people I would have test for me that I know, that I could trust, and that's it. Not that I'm ever going to mod, because I can't do anything with GE for starters. I wouldn't just open it up to some randoms. You've got to earn that trust. Now, I mean, there are still going to be some idiots that you may think you can trust, and all of a sudden they just burn you. Okay, I get it. But use your testers carefully. Don't just take in 100 testers to test it, and then all of a sudden, oh shit. And the other problem comes from, I know some have opened up testing to their Patreons, okay, which is fine. But some people become a Patreon of some of these modders just so they can grab an early model of the mod and put it out there. Okay? So, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to rant about that too much, but it just, what my output is and what my opinion is if, firstly, let's talk about what we were just talking about then. If you're testing a mod for a modder, don't be an asshole and distribute it to anyone. And that even means don't distribute it to your mates, okay? Just keep it for yourself, do the testing, tell the modder what's wrong with it, give him the feedback, or her, and be done with it. Don't carry on with all this other crap, and you'll be good. As for everyone else, right, don't keep going to these aggregation sites that just take mods from everywhere. And I mean, like, there's 500 of them or more. Like, you go to farmingsimulator22mods.com or FS22mods.com. They're all run by the same people and the same bots, and they grab the mods from anywhere and everywhere they can. So, for instance, all of them, you can go on there and you'll see mods from Stevie, you'll see mods from Giants, you'll see mods from everywhere, and it's just not right. And so what I would like for people to do, and the reality is not everyone's going to do it. I know that. I don't know why I've parked that there. Actually, no, I do know why. I'll get to that later. The reality of it is that while I've lost track of what I was going to say. The reality of it is, while can't get around these sites stealing the mods, do a little bit of research, do a little bit of due diligence, and find out where the modder has originally put that mod, and grab it from there to support the modder. Because we went through a spate coming into FS19, and even during FS19, where modders were quitting, not only because of FS19, but also because of the fact that people were stealing mods and giving out beta mods and all that sort of stuff. If we lose all our modders, we don't have a game. I've spoken about that many, many times before. The longevity of this game is all centered around our modders, our modding community. So if you want to still be playing this game in 2 years' time or 18 months' time, and still have the ability to not only grow, but experience new and different machines and crops and all that sort of stuff, then you need to support our modders. And that support doesn't mean you just download their mods from wherever you can and say you're supporting the modder. That's not supporting the modder. Supporting the modder is grabbing the mod from where they have themselves have put it up, whether or not they make any money from any advertising, whatever else is immaterial to that, but get the mod from where they've put it up on. Okay, that's the primary thing you should be looking at. Anyway, that's all I will say about that matter. So there's 20 minutes talking about mods. Right. So we've obviously just finished the first load on the combine, which is fine. Park in here. I'll go back to the combine. Now, you would have seen some stuff that I had hidden away. We did extend our loan. And I do actually want to address the loan. One of our subscribers, or one of our viewers, I don't know if he's a subscriber, but he left a comment in relation to having so much money and not having the loan show up. Well, so what I'll show you. So in the game, I have it tracked that I have a $2.8 million loan at the moment. It was 2.5, now 2.8. In fact, I've got up that to 3. I've got $200,000 more. But the problem with the game at the moment is, while I've manually changed the loan amount, if I go in and make any repayments on that loan, what it does is it resets the loan to $500,000 taken, and whatever the difference is in the loan balance gets taken and put on as a negative cash value. So essentially, if I was to go off now and pay, say, $5,000 off my loan, okay, it will drop my loan to, should drop my loan to $2,995,000, because like I said, I've still got to update $200,000 back on that loan. But it doesn't, and that's the problem. So while I had that all set, I found that it was causing that problem, and other people have reported the same problem. So you yourself, go try it, see what happens. So basically what you do is if you're doing it that way, I record it in both. I think it's the Economy XML and the Farm XML, or Farm XML and the Career XML. One of the two, or two of the two, 3. but it's actually bugged in that regard at the moment. So what I've got to do is just manually look and manage that loan. So that's the reason why it only shows up, or it did show up in a couple of episodes, only 500,000 while I was trying to work it out and get it sorted out. So, but rest assured, I am tracking the loan externally. So yes, we're not cheating money in. We are actually using money. So, I mean, effectively, yes, we are cheating money in by adding the money in, because we can't actually get it via the loan mechanism. But we are tracking it as a loan, and it gets added to the loan. So 3 million, we said, I think at the start, was going to be our limit of the loan, and we're now at that. So I've bought some new equipment, which we're going to go through. Maybe not this episode, maybe the next. On some future expansion, and this crop harvest, well, these crops being harvested is very important to us. Else we can sell that off, because I do need a little bit extra money to do the next stage of the farm. So yeah, but that's what's going on with the money. So yes, definitely have not cheated money in or out, but it's just the fact that the game itself is broken with that mechanic. Whether or not Giants fix that, I don't know. I'm hoping that someone will have a mod or something that increases the loans and all that sort of stuff and tidies it up a little bit, but we'll just see what happens with that. But for the moment, that's where we're at. All right, so we'll finish this line here. Then we've got all of our sunflowers off the field, which is great. Now, I have thought about possibly merging a couple of these fields. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So we'll just think about that. I'm not committed either way as yet, but I may just sort of merge a couple of them, like 2 or 3 at a time. But I don't know. I'm still debating whether I'm going to do that or not. But that'll be the next episode or 2 as to whether we do that. So what we've got now is we've just got to finish doing what we're dealing with at the moment, and then go from there. So right, that's it. So that's the sunflowers done. We're going to offload the sunflowers, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly go over here and harvest our corn, and then that will be where we end the episode. And we'll be good to go. Then we can come back and use the draper and harvest the soybeans and everything else that's here. Got a plough in the what did we put in there? We put the what the hell's the cover crop? Well, you know what it is. It'll tell me at some point. Anyway, got to carve all that in. We've got these crops here still waiting, so we've got a bit of stuff to do yet. Alright, we're going to take this corn out though. I do like the animation of the corn. I think that's quite good. Anyway, so yeah. So we've got plans in line for the farm over the next few episodes. My apologies, having a real bad sneezing issue this morning. Yeah, so we've got some plans definitely in place, and we're going to start going through that. Damn sneezing. Right. Try that again. Yes, so we've got some definite plans, and we are going to progress through those in the coming episodes. I do want to send out a big thank you to all the new subscribers that have joined us since we started this series. And this series has been the one that's created the most interest in the channel, which is fantastic. We have broken the 2,000 subscriber barrier. I was watching the other day, and as it got to 1999, and I was thinking, oh, this last time we went to 1500, even to 1000, it was like add 2, lose 1, add 1, lose 2. So it was like it was crossing that threshold quite a few times, and unfortunately, with this series and this covering this game, we're just continuing to power on through it. And I know not all subscribers watch all content, and they don't watch all the content all the way through, and I get that, but I do want to personally thank and appreciate. I do appreciate every single one that's actually pressed that subscribe button. I hope you continue to enjoy the series as we do what we can here at Elm Creek. I know let's be brutally honest. I know that I may not have the most I may not do the best storytelling and all that sort of stuff. I certainly don't really do too much storytelling, and not like our good mate Grizzly Bear Sims and some others. But hopefully, perhaps at least I put a different spin on it. I know there's not too many Aussies that are doing this sort of stuff. Hopefully, part of that is a bit unique. But let's just say that I'm bringing this to you because I'm enjoying it. I am actually really enjoying FS22 at the moment. There's pros and cons to it, of course, but all in all, I'm enjoying it, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the travel with us. Hopefully, I can show you my gameplay, the way I experience things, and then I'll explain to you my frustrations, all that sort of stuff as we go along, obviously. But nonetheless, thank you again to all those that have subscribed, and a very big thank you to those that have supported me all the way through. And I did make my post on the YouTube community page, and also on Facebook and in my Discord. There's 3 really big thank yous I want to put out, and I've said it a few times, but these 3 do make a big difference, and I really do appreciate it. And that's, I want to thank Atomic 67 Gaming, formerly known as Eustace Farmer. I want to thank Grizzly Bear Sims, our good mate. The 2 of them were the ones that basically brought me into being interested in FS17 to start with, or farming sim to be interested to start with. So I started my FS17 journey. And then from there, they both sort of encouraged and sort of stimulated me to create my own YouTube channel. And if it wasn't for the 2 of them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And look, I'm no mega successful. Oh, where am I going? I want to be busy talking, duck. It's not as if I'm a successful. I don't consider myself to be successful at all. However, I never also expected to go past 1,000, get to 1,000 subs, let alone any higher than that. But in terms of where my original goals were, it's been successful. I've reached the goals that I set for myself well and truly, and surpassed them. And like I said, I appreciate that. But it hadn't been for Jerry, as in Grizzly Bear Sims, and Eustace, as in Atomic, I would never have started. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for those 2 guys. And the other one that's equally important, if not more important in a way, is my good mate Jimmy J, my good Kiwi mate. He's been with me pretty much since the start as well. But most importantly with Jimmy, he's been there to help support, guide, offer opinions, and just assist me generally. He's been my right-hand man at Duxwiller Gaming, so he's been my main moderator on both the channel, Twitch, also on Discord, and we've spent a hell of a lot of time together, and bouncing ideas off each other, and then also playing the games, doing live streams or doing Discord streams. We do Discord streams a hell of a lot, and just talking at each other and just going through things. And I do appreciate the mateship, and also the guidance and everything that he has given over the time as well. So thank you to Grizzly Bear Sims, Atomic, and Jimmy J. Certainly all of them have their own YouTube channels, although I know Atomic hasn't been active as of late. Grizzly Bear Sims has just come back to it, and Jimmy J uses He's primarily on Twitch, and he's on Twitch virtually every day. So I will put a link to all of them down below in the comments as long as I remember. And I encourage you to go check them out. But thank you to those 3 guys in particular. And again, like I said, thank you to everyone else as well. And I'm just continuing to blither on. So what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye now, and we're going to come back and continue on with harvesting where we leave off from here. So thanks very much for watching. Again, I hope you're enjoying it. If you wish to subscribe, press that subscribe button, and also press that alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when more videos like this are available on the channel. Don't forget, we do have ways of supporting the channel, which are listed down below as well. And of course, don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. All the details for those are down below as well. And don't forget, most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duxilla Gaming and Elm Creek on Farming Simulator 22. See you later. Bye.